Welcome to Big B Daily. No frauds allowed.
What is going on, people? What's going on? Unbelievable. What's happening, man? This is Brian Hanley, Big B Daily Show. What is going on? Thank you guys for joining in today. We are live on TikTok. What's going on, TikTok? How you doing? What's going on, YouTube? What is happening? What is happening? Lot going on today, man. Lot going on today. So thank you guys for joining in. Again, Big B Daily Show, live Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. What is going on? Thank you guys for joining. Let's get into some topics today, man. Let's get into it. So, first off, we got to cover Thursday Night Football. Look, I picked the Commanders. I thought they were going to win. But the Bears came out and just whipped them. So give all credit to the Bears. Herbert looked good. DJ Moore looked nuts. Just crazy good. The Bears found a little something last week. Now, they gave the game away. Don't get me wrong. They gave the game away. But they found a little something. Got to give them some credit. Man. So, more power to them. What's going on, people? Thank you guys again, man. Big B Daily Show, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. People that are over on TikTok, the stats remain the same, man. We're looking for minimum 3,500 likes and 30 follows. So if you're in here and you're not following, give me a follow. But also click on the link in the bio, man, and click on over to YouTube to join that chat over there, man. I appreciate it. But that was a good game for the Bears last night. Man. So that was a real good game. And one thing about the Bears is the defense played pretty good the first half. They showed signs of life. That was the one thing. They had shown no signs of life all year. They showed little signs of life. So good for them, man. Good for them. So moving on, let's talk about some of these trades that just happened. Like Claypool. What was going on with Claypool? I mean, the Bears have just admitted that, hey, man, we made a mistake. This guy don't fit in nothing we're trying to do. He's got a bad attitude. Let's get him out of here. And he goes to Miami. They swap late round picks 2 years from now. So they basically gave Claypool away for nothing. And here we are. I don't know. I mean, and Claypool didn't want to be in Chicago. He was mad that the Steelers got rid of him. But his attitude got him out of Pittsburgh. And now he's in Miami. Hopefully it works out for him. Because I'm y'all know me, I'm pro player. I don't want to see anything bad happen to anybody. So I want it to work out for him. So hopefully it does. But yeah, Claypool going there. And then Randy Gregory going to the 49ers. My goodness. I mean, how good is that defensive line going to be in San Francisco? Man. My goodness. I mean, how good are they going to be? It's nuts. So, and the whole thing about it was they were going to trade him. They were going to, or not trade him, they were going to just dump him and get rid of him. And the next thing you know, now the 49ers swoop in and trade for him. The 49ers are going for it. They're like, nope, we're going for it. We want to win this Super Bowl. We've had enough. They are going for it. I like it. I like it. And then on a side note, J.C. Jackson going back to the Patriots, his thing is he got to get himself together. He's been injured, out of or in trouble off the field. He got to get himself together because I believe he can still play if he gets himself together. I'm not talking about the injury part. You can't really control injuries, but you can control that off-field nonsense that he's been in, man. You can control that. He got to get himself together. He's got to get himself together. Because, I think that's a guy that can play. I think he can play. So hopefully he gets injured, gets his life together, and gets some stuff figured out. Gets it figured out, gets back to where he's used to being, and hopefully we can get some things done. So that was wild. Again, man, thank you guys for joining Big B Daily Show. Thank you again. Live on TikTok, live on YouTube, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Thank you guys for joining in. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into these Big B bets. Last week, 11-6, not bad. We're on the trail. We're on the comeback trail. We're on the comeback trail. The first 2 weeks were rough. Last week, better. Last week was better. This week, let's see what we got. Let's start out with college. Let's start college. I'm going to pick my two favorite teams. K-State tonight, -11 over Oklahoma State. K-State's going to cover. K-State's going to cover. I think Oklahoma State's ready to quit. They're done with Gundy. I like it. I like it. And, man, we're keeping it relevant today, brother. Oregon doesn't play Washington till next week. We're talking this week. Let's keep it together. Then, a big game for the University of Louisville. Notre Dame comes to town. Louisville's ranked 25th, 5-0. Notre Dame comes to town. I'm guessing this is a homer pick for me. I got a feeling that Notre Dame's going to just line up and run right over Louisville. I got that bad feeling that they're going to line up and run right over Louisville. But I'm taking my heart with this one. I like Louisville +6.5 at home. I like Louisville +6.5 at home. Give it to me. Give it to me. I like it. And again, I admit this one is hard overhead. Hard overhead. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So next, can somebody explain to me how LSU is still ranked? I mean, seriously, can somebody explain to me how LSU is still ranked? Other than to give other SEC teams some validity when they play them and beat them. It's mind-boggling how they are still ranked. Unbelievable. But they're taking on Mizzou this week. And as bad as I think that LSU is, I think they beat Mizzou. They're favored by 5.5 on the road. I like LSU. I like them to go to Mizzou and win. I like them to go to Mizzou and win. Alabama and A&M. Tricky game for Bama on the road. A&M is playing pretty good. A&M is playing pretty good. Somebody in TikTok said A&M by 9. I took Bama. -2. Just to line up and play some physical bully football, keep the score down, keep the ball away from A&M. They're going to play tough defense. I like Bama. I like Bama. Give me Bama -2 on the road. Give me Bama -2 on the road. Georgia and Kentucky. Big game in the SEC. Kentucky's good. And y'all know that pains me to say. Y'all know that I do not like Kentucky. That pains me to say it deeply. But I think Kentucky keeps this one close. It's 14.5. They're a 14.5 underdog on the road. Kentucky's defense is better than what people think. I think they keep it close. Give me Kentucky +14.5. I like Kentucky +14.5. I don't think they're going to win the game, by any means. But I think they cover. I think they cover. Then the game of the day, OU Texas. A lot of people think that OU Texas is going to be close. I don't. I think OU whips them. Or not OU, I'm sorry. I think Texas whips them. I think Texas whips them. I am not impressed with Oklahoma. I am not impressed with Oklahoma. I think Texas blows them out. I think by the middle of the third quarter, it's a 2-touchdown lead, and Texas pours it on. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of people think this one's going to be closer, and maybe OU's been holding a whole bunch of stuff back because they haven't really played anybody. They haven't played anybody any good, and maybe they're holding a whole bunch of stuff back. Maybe. But I don't see it. I don't see it. I like Texas big. Big. I mean, it's minus, what is it? Minus 5.5. Texas a 5.5 favorite. I like it. I like it. So, yeah, I think Texas and Ellinger. Ellinger doesn't play there anymore, my man. And OU needs the win. You're right. OU needs the win. I don't think they get it. I don't think they get it. So, again, man, thank you guys for joining Big B's Daily Show, 4 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Thank you all for joining. Live on TikTok, live over on YouTube, man. Join the show. There's a lot of people from TikTok that come on over. Again, if you're on here and you're following me or you're not following me on TikTok, give me a follow, shoot on over, man. And then shoot on over to YouTube. Subscribe to Big B Sports Talk over on YouTube. Join the chat, man. Join the chat. Let's get after some of these NFL games. So first off, what do we got? Ravens and Steelers. Y'all know I'm a diehard Steeler fan. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. I'm picking the Ravens. I picked with my heart over my head when it came to Louisville and Notre Dame. I'm going head over heart this time. Ravens are a 4-point favorite. I think they cover. Steelers can't stop the run. And I think the Ravens are going to run it all over us. The Steelers need this win. You're right. They got to get it. They got to win the game. This is the one bet that I'll be happy to lose. If the Steelers win, I'll be happy to lose this bet. And the thing about it is Steelers got to show some fight. If they're not going to show any fight, then it is what it is. Next up, Chiefs over Vikings. The Chiefs are 3.5 favorite. They're going to win. They're going to cover. The Vikings defense is horrible. I think the Chiefs go up and down the field. Up and down the field. And the Chiefs defense is better than what people think. Jags and Bills. Bills are just 5.5. I know the game's in London, right? 5.5 favorite. I like the Bills in this one. I think they're too much. The Jags got to hit that stride, man. They got to find some stuff. They got to figure out some things. Texans at Falcons. I think the Falcons come back and win. The Texans fall back down to earth. On the road, after a big win, everybody's been talking about them and pumping them up. I like the Falcons. Minus 1.5. Lions, big favorite at home. Minus 9.5 over the Panthers. The Panthers have no offense. The Lions cover. Titans at Colts. The thing is, the Titans got a good defense. The Titans have a good defense. But at home, give me the Colts plus 2.5, man. Give me the Colts plus 2.5. So, yeah, give me the Colts plus 2.5 in this one. Giants and Dolphins. Dolphins by 1 million. Even though the Dolphins' D-line is not great, their defense isn't great. I just see the Dolphins turning it up a notch. They're at home again. This is only their second home game. I think they blow the Giants out. They're a 12-point favorite. The line could be 20. and they're going to cover. The line could be 20, and they are going to cover. Saints and Patriots. That's a pick'em game. Saints and Patriots is a pick'em game, man. I said the Saints earlier, but give me the Patriots at home. Give me the Patriots at home. Even though they looked horrible. Mac Jones can't look that bad 2 weeks in a row, can he? He can't look that bad 2 weeks in a row. There's no way. There's no way. Eagles and Rams. I like the Rams. I think this is the week that the Eagles, that them playing bad or playing to their competition catches up to bite them. Cooper Kupp comes back. Rams are a 4-point underdog at home. Give me the Rams +4. Give me the Rams +4. Bengals and Cardinals. Bengals are a 3-point favorite. I'm going to take the Bengals. But, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I'm going to take the Bengals. Next, Jets and Browns. Give me the Jets +2. 2.5, actually. This is, again, Deshaun Watson coming back. I think the Jets defense slows everything that the Browns are trying to do down. And I think they can get just enough. Again, this might be a hard overhead pick, but give me the Jets. Give me the Jets on the road. Cowboys and 49ers. The Cowboys the 49ers are the better team. +4 for the Cowboys. They're a 4-point dog. I like the Cowboys in this one, man. I like the Cowboys to cover. 49ers might win the game. I just like the Cowboys to cover. I like them to cover. I don't know if they win outright, but +4, I just think they got too much defense and they may get enough offense or even a late score to bring it within 3. I think the Cowboys cover. And then Monday night, Packers and Raiders, bad football game. Just the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. A lot of people are saying Packers. Nah, give me the Raiders. So that's a Big B Bets, people. Take it in. We like it. Don't like it. Let me know. But let's get to some Q&A, people. Let's get to some Q&A. Let's get to some questions. Let's have some fun here. Let's have some fun on our Friday before football. So let's start off on, first off, again, thank you guys for joining the show. I appreciate it. We've been growing like crazy. Thank you guys for joining in. Big B Daily Show, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. Let's go. NBA preseason tonight. I could not care less about the NBA preseason. Don't bring that up to me. I will never talk preseason in any sport whatsoever. Ever. Let's see. Why isn't Atlanta playing Hinkie? I don't know. I think they got to. Atlanta's got an opportunity here. And Ritter, just like I think me and a lot of you guys thought that Ritter was going to kill him because he's not a good quarterback, and it's turning out to be that. Just not enough accuracy. They got to make a change. First of all, they should have gotten a quarterback. But they didn't, and this is what you get. So, what else we got? What do we got over here on YouTube? How do I feel about the Bears? Same? Yeah. I feel the Bears about the same. I take that back. I take that back. Because I thought the Bears, let me clarify it, I should say. I thought the Bears showed a little something last week. And I thought the Bears put something together last week, even though they lost and gave the game away. I thought they played better. That rolled over. So if they can continue to do this and get something from their Their defense, which they got, I like it. I like it. Like to see OC actually making changes, unlike Pittsburgh. Yeah. Steelers, they got to do something in Pittsburgh. They got to do something. My man, Kenneth Butler. If Tomlins had a very bad season and the Commanders had a good season, Eric might be the new Steelers coach. Absolutely not. Eric Bieniemy does not. He is not going to be the next head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Absolutely not. I'm not buying it. Don't want it. I shouldn't say I don't want it. I shouldn't say I don't want it. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying that the Steelers would go from Mike Tomlin to Eric Bieniemy. I don't think so. I don't think so. So, but I like that. That's a great thought, Kenneth. Great thought. I just don't think it's going to happen. What do we got over here on TikTok? What are we talking about? Steelers are going to beat the Ravens? I hope so. I hope we stand up. So was Ryans the right pick for Houston as a coach? It looks like it. It looks like he absolutely was. So, Colts over Titans, we picked that earlier. We like the Colts. We like the Colts. Claypool doesn't like football. It doesn't seem that he likes football, does it? It doesn't seem that Claypool does like football. Constantly blaming everybody else for his problems, for him not being on the field. It's always somebody else's fault. That is classic. I don't like football. That's classic. I don't want to work hard. That's literally what that is. Somebody said, I'm sick of Cap talking he wants to play football. Well, he can talk all he wants, but he's not going to, so it's all good. Who will win the AFC South? It's up in the air right now. I think the Colts are going to come back down to earth and only win about 5 or 6 games. I think the Titans are going to step forward. The Texans still aren't ready. That was a great game they played against Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh's not any good. We're not any good. They'll come back down to earth. I still think it's between the Titans and the Jags. Don't count out the Titans, man. Even with Basket Case Tannehill as their quarterback. Don't count out the Titans. That would be a mistake. That would be a mistake. I'm a Steelers fan and minority liking the Chargers, being I'm in Beverly Hills. The Texans will go far. The Texans are not going far this year, brother. They don't have enough to do that just yet. They don't have enough just yet. I love where they're going. I love it. But the Texans aren't there. They're not ready just yet. But they're on their way. I love the coach. I love the quarterback. They're on their way. Hey, Big B, myself and my friend, who is a big-time Oregon fan, we're discussing we think that whoever wins the Washington-Oregon game will run the table in the Pac-12. Well, my man Joe Q, that might be the case. But that's a gauntlet that people have to run through in the Pac-12. It's nuts. Washington to win that game? Yeah, I like Washington to win. However, I wouldn't be surprised if Oregon won the football game. I would not be surprised if Oregon won that football game. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised at all. That's a great take, though, Joe. What do y'all think over on TikTok, man? What do y'all think? Whoever wins Washington, Oregon next week runs the table? I don't know if they run the table. It's just a gauntlet. It's just a gauntlet. So, man, I'm done with Kaepernick. I don't care if Kaepernick wants to go to the XFL, buy the XFL. Kaepernick had his opportunity to play football and gave it up with that whole debacle about, when he had that tryout and he changed where it was going. I'm done with him. I love his cause. I think he's right, but I'm talking NFL. He don't want to play. We talked about Chase Claypool didn't want to play football. Neither does Kaepernick, man. We're all good. We are all good. Miami does need a big receiver. Do they? Maybe a red zone target? If Claypool wants to play, it's not horrible. It's just getting him to play. Like, what's he going to go to Miami and say, well, they're not using me right? I mean, is he going to say that too? I mean, he didn't get used right in Pittsburgh. He didn't get used right in Chicago. Had a bad attitude in both places. Now what? First time he died. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. It's his attitude. It's his attitude. What else? What do we got over on TikTok? First, let's go to YouTube. By the way, did you hear 2024 Big Ten schedule came out today? I did not. Michigan at Washington. I did not see that. I will have to look that up. I think it's crazy how these conferences and everybody are intertwined, but it's going to make for some good football. Good football, good college basketball. I like it. I like it. Michigan's finally playing some teams. They play Minnesota. Minnesota stinks. Yeah, they're not playing anybody good. Minnesota stinks. My man Quiggle, what's going on? If Notre Dame has their weapons back, game over. I mean, if Notre Dame runs the football, I wouldn't say if they have their weapons back. Louisville's defense is decent, but their D-line is not good. That the weapons that Notre Dame has, that's not where the advantage is. Their advantage is up front. Pass protecting, not and run blocking. If they decide to just road grade Louisville, they will. They will. Niners. I like that game this weekend, man. I like that matchup. I like that matchup between Cowboys and 49ers. I think the Cowboys, I think this could be the first time, and hopefully it's the first time, that Brock Purdy actually has some game pressure. And when I mean game pressure, like they're down 3 points in the middle of the third quarter, or the game's tied against a good team in the middle of the third quarter, something like that. That's what I'm talking about, game pressure. Because up to this point, he hasn't had any. And don't talk to me about that Raiders game last year. I don't want to hear it. And that's not his fault, though. You can't blame him because he got a good team. Can't blame him. So, hey, what's up, man? Game 1 of the WNBA Finals. Yeah, I guess I'm rooting for the Aces. I don't know. I think they picked a horrendous time to have WNBA Finals. Nobody is going to pay attention. Blitz Brock Purdy. Yeah. You just put some game pressure on him and see how he does. Do I like the trade the 49ers made with Randy Gregory? 1,000%. I love it. 1,000%. That D-line, that freaking defensive line rotation is going to be insane for the 49ers. It's going to be insane. It was already insane. Now you add Randy Gregory to that? Yeah, like I said earlier, the 49ers has said, F it, we're trying to win. We are trying to win this Super Bowl by any means necessary. By any means necessary, the 49ers have said, we're going to try to win this football game. Or this football season, this Super Bowl. We are going for it. More power to them, man. More power to them. I like when teams say F it and go for it. I like it. Go Eagles. Man, I think the Eagles go down this weekend, man. I think the Rams I think the Rams get the Eagles this weekend. Can the Chiefs get it right on offense? I think so. I think so. Their receivers are going to have to start playing better. That's what needs to happen. So, people in Vegas care more about the Lakers preseason game and the Raiders. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Rams, I don't think are toast, man. I think the Rams got something for the Eagles. The Giants are terrible? Yes, they are. What do we got over here? What do we got? My man Guindo says Kentucky with the points. I think so too. I think Kentucky covers. I think Kentucky's defense keeps that game closer than what people think. 14 and a half is a ton of points. Now, their offense hadn't done much this year, so we'll see. I think Georgia wins, but I think Kentucky covers. I'm a man likes Bama. I like Bama too. I like Bama too. So, sorry, I got to get some crazos out of TikTok here. Yeah, I like Bama. Yeah, Georgia's 0-4 against the spread this year. You're exactly right, man. They haven't been dominant. And last week, look, Auburn stinks. Their offense stinks. And they put up 20 points. So, go Horns. Now, look, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this for a second. Do you guys think that OU is going to keep the game against Texas close? I don't. I think Texas whips them. I'm not impressed by Oklahoma at all. I'm not. No. I am not. So, I think that they blow OU out. I think they blow them out, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Man, that is so misleading talking about OU as 4-0 against the spread. What's the combined record of those teams that they've played? Stop it. You got to stop it. So, OU hadn't beat anybody that's worth anything. And Texas arguably has the best. If they win, not arguably. Right now, they arguably have the best resume. If they beat OU, they'll have the best resume in college football. So, let's see here. My man Austin. I told you last week was a sit down and play down to their competition game for the Steelers. This Sunday is the opposite. You're taking the points, man. I hope it is. I've been saying all week. I wrote 2 articles. And by the way, y'all check out the articles on www.thenoise.com. I'm writing for the Steelers over there. And check those out. The Steelers got to have some heart. The Steelers got to have some heart. Because the Ravens are basically saying, even though there's a lot of football left, they're coming to take their heart this weekend on Sunday. The Steelers got to show some fight. They got to show some fight. If they're not going to show any fight, then they're not going to win. And even if they don't win the game, if they show fight, then we can say, okay, maybe we can salvage the season. But if they get blown out by the Ravens, I'm calling it right now. The Steelers season is over. Over. So I hope you're right, Austin. I hope you are right. The Noise is a great name for hey man, y'all check it out. www.thenoise.com. Check it out. I write for the Steelers over there. Lamar's going to run. Yeah, that's the problem. The Steelers can't stop the run. And you're 1,000% right, Alan. The Steelers need to get back to running the football in between the tackles. in between the tackles. When the Steelers try to run outside zone and toss sweeps, the offensive line is not built for that. They're not built for chasing defenders and trying to push guys by and reach guys. They're not built for that. They are built for straight line, double team at the point of attack, power run game, running downhill. If they do that, they had success doing that. They had success doing that against the Raiders. They had success doing that against the Texans. They didn't do it enough. So Kenny Pickett is a poor man's Zach Wilson. Kenny Pickett, people can say whatever they want. Kenny Pickett has played horrible this season. Horrible. People keep saying it's the line. It's not the line. I'm not saying the line is great. Kenny Pickett has developed some horrible habits. It's him. It's him. I like the Lions, man. I like the Lions. My man Quiggle, we will see this Sunday just how good Purdy is against a top 3 defense. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see. I think Purdy, just some game pressure. Let's see what happens. Now, the one thing, though, we got to remember, the Cowboys are not good at stopping the run. 49ers can run the football. The 49ers can run the football. So the Dallas has got to bow up against the run and put Purdy in some obvious passing situations. Because if they just come out and they are able to run for 4, 5, 6 yards a pop, it's going to be a long day for the Dallas defense. And Purdy will light them up. He'll light them up. What do we got? I think people are sleeping on Jonathan Taylor's potential value in fantasy and for the Colts starting this Sunday. No, not this week. It's going to take him a few weeks to get up and running. It's going to take him a few weeks to get up and running. But once he does, I think by week 6, look out. Week 7? Yeah, probably by week 7. Because this is week 5. Give it to week 7. Look out. Give him a couple games. Think about Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, the same thing. Last week, he got it going. Took him a few weeks to get going. Last week, he got it going. So, the disrespect on the Cowboys defense is crazy. How is it crazy? How was that Arizona game? So, tell me again how the disrespect works. How was that Arizona game? How'd they do against the run? When Arizona just said, you know what, we're going to line up and run the football. And they literally ran it right down their throat. That ain't disrespect. It's just facts. It's just facts. Sorry. What about the Saints or Pats? Who will win? Who the hell knows? I think the Pats probably win because they're at home, but that's a bad football game. It's a bad football game. Jalen Hurts is not the best quarterback in the league. Stop it. My man Blake, hey Big B, what do you think the Broncos traded Randy Gregory to the 49ers? We talked about it earlier, my man. That is nuts. The 49ers defensive line is even more crazy. Broncos were going to, they must have got something because they were going to cut them. And they just said, okay, we'll trade them. 49ers are going for it. I like it. You can't judge the defense overall on one bad game. Okay. But you can judge it based on what they didn't do well last year and against a team that decided to run the football against them this year. They didn't do well against that either. So you can do that. You can do that. Stop it. Falcons, Texans, I like the Falcons. I think the game's going to be close. I think the Falcons are going to end up making a quarterback switch during the game. Ritter is not the guy. And the Falcons have an opportunity because nobody's going to run away with that division. And the Falcons have an opportunity to win it. Heineke's got to be the quarterback to do it, though. Can't be Ritter. Can't be Ritter. This Ritter is not the guy. Ritter, unfortunately, is not the guy. Don't forget about Washington State. The Apple Cup game may decide it. Washington State is very good. Washington State is very good. So the whole Pac-12 is good. They got about 7 good teams, and Colorado's not one of them. Colorado's not one of them. UCLA is leaps and bounds better than Colorado. So they got about 7 good teams in that conference. Solid teams. Let's see here. My man Blue 42 over on YouTube. All starters are back on the O-line, so we'll see how it goes for the Texans. We'll see. We will see. Talking about not for long, Colorado, you're right. I think Colorado's going to be really good in the next few years. But this year, not so good. This year, not so good. Hey, as a reminder, man, again, thank you guys for joining the show. Big B Daily Show. We're still looking for 3,500 likes and 30 follows in here. We got a little ways to go. If you're in here on TikTok, man, please give me a follow and also shoot over to YouTube. Subscribe to Big B Sports Talk over on YouTube. Come join the chat. The chat over on YouTube is crazy. Put your question or your statement up. It's crazy. Golf Hawk, where you been, my man? We're going to beat the Ravens. You can feel it? I like it. I like that the Steelers, that they're at home. Their backs are against the wall. Everybody's been bad-mouthing us all week. I picked the Ravens. But damn it, I'm flipping my pick. Give me the Steelers. Give me the Steelers. Forget what I said earlier. I'm going Steelers +4 at home. Give me the Steelers. I'm doing it. So, give it to me. Give me the Steelers. I'm flipping the script. Look, here somebody said, and you're losing. Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me. Come on, it's not a trap, man. It's not a trap. Come on, people. Be on my side. Be on my side. Nobody's going to be on my side. No, man. The Steelers, give it to me. Our backs are against the wall. They've been bad-mouthing us all week. We got to have this game. Give me the Steelers. Give me the Steelers +4. Shoot. I'm doing it. Hard overhead. Give it to me. Quiet as kept, though, TikTok and YouTube. I'm not going to put one single dollar on that game. Not one. Not one. Not one. I want my Steelers to win. I love my bank account even more. I'm not going to put not one single cent on that game. Not happening. But damn it, give me the Steelers. It's crazy. Let's see. Y'all would lose to the Giants. Then no, the Steelers wouldn't lose to the Giants. Stop that. You're a Kentucky fan. That's how you feel about tomorrow. Hey, Kentucky's going to cover that game. Now, I don't think Kentucky's going to win in Athens, but Kentucky is going to cover. Y'all don't think Kentucky's going to cover? I think Kentucky covers that game for sure. So, let's see. What's my man Austin say? I wouldn't call Stafford comeback player of the year, but I thought he was toast after last year. He and the Rams look much better than a lot of people. Yes. Yeah, even though the Rams' offensive line is still terrible, Stafford is looking better. He's looking better. If he can survive, because he's getting beat up. If he can survive, and they got Kupp coming back, they don't look horrible. What do we got over here on TikTok? Any teams that can make the Super Bowl outside of Dallas, San Fran, Philly, KC, Buffalo, and Baltimore? Let's see. I think the Dolphins have an outside shot if they can fix their defense. Let's see. I think the Bengals are toast. I think the Browns still have an opportunity. Yeah. I think the Browns, if Deshaun plays and is healthy, the Browns got an outside shot. I think the Browns have an outside shot. Nobody else there in the AFC. The NFC, I think it gets even worse. But I wouldn't count out Seattle. I wouldn't count out Seattle just yet. The South, nobody there. The East, yeah, you already said the two teams. And in the North, no. So yeah, that's about it. LSU and Mizzou tomorrow. As much as I've badmouthed LSU, and I think they're an absolute fraud, how they're still ranked, I have no idea other than SEC bias. I think they go to Mizzou and win. And the Vikings are not decent. They're 0-4. You're not a decent 0-4 team. You said they've been decent, but they've been choking. Well, teams that are decent don't choke 4 games in a row. So, and they're not going to beat the Chiefs. So, Jiminy Christmas. Let's move on. See, now here we go. My man Golf Hawk's on my side. I like how low scoring game. And quiet as this kept, the Steelers play good against Lamar Jackson. When Lamar's actually played in the game, the Steelers have fared pretty well against Lamar. Pretty well. Now they had Cam Hayward to push the pocket inside. So they don't have him. So that could be a problem. But they fared pretty well against Lamar Jackson. So we'll see. See, now we got people in here disrespecting me, telling me I have no clue what I'm talking about. And then tries to get personal. That's why Louisville's going to lose. So you're a UK fan. Got it. And then I don't know what I'm talking about because I don't agree with your assessment of an 0-4 football team. You see how stupid you sound? You know, I would say your name, but you don't even have a name on TikTok. So you're just dumb. And I'm not even going to engage you anymore. So feel free to walk out of here. Yeah, man, I like the Georgia and the Kentucky game. I like Kentucky to cover. So I like Kentucky to cover the game. Kentucky's defense is better than what a lot of people do or think. Their defense is a heck of a lot better than what people think. And I think that's what keeps them in the game. Now their offense hadn't played great. Outside of running the ball last week, their passing game has been nothing, and they're not going to be able to run the ball on Georgia. They're going to have to, if they're going to move the ball, you got to move it through the air. So I think Kentucky covers. Let's see. Saints, Seahawks, Packers. Who makes the playoffs of that 3? The Seahawks easily. The Saints might do it because they may win that horrible division, but the Packers aren't making it. And I think the Seahawks are going to win enough games to be a wild card, even though they still got a shot to win that division. And the Saints are a bad football team at this point, but that division is bad. So London game could be a trap for the Bills. Maybe, but I think they win. Maybe, but I think they win. Ian Smith, come on, man. Come on, man. Yes, they'll cover the spread. Your son's flag football team. Detroit's going to blow out the Panthers. They're going to blow out the Panthers. Yep. The +9 is a ton of points, but I think they cover it easy, man. I think they cover it easy. So, boo-doo, boo-doo. All right, man, we're going to wrap this one up today. Thank you guys again, man, for joining Big B Daily Show. As always, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time. We also are going to start live streaming Thursday Night Football. We did it for the first time last night. We had a lot of fun. There was a lot of people in there, a lot of conversation. You might as well come over. Y'all know that Amazon, the whole production is garbage. So come on over and have some fun over and live stream with us on Thursday, man. Yeah, man, we had a ton of fun last night. It was my first time. I didn't know. I got on some people that were trying to tell me what to do as far as commercials and figured out you can't have the commercials on there because TikTok sometimes will kick you off. So we're going to figure out how to try to live stream it on YouTube as well. So if we can live stream it on YouTube, we're going to try to do it as well. But for right now, it's just going to be on TikTok. So I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. And again, TikTok, if you're in here and you're not following me, give me a follow, man. I appreciate it. And anybody in here, jump over, subscribe to YouTube, man. Go subscribe to Big B Sports Talk and join that chat. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Monday.